Remember those old schoolyard arguments of whose dad would win in a fight? Well, imagine being child to an action star. If John Wick was my dad, I would have never had my lunch money stolen. Stupid Chad. Yes, John Wick returns this week with a new suit, a new car, and most importantly, a new dog. While Keanu Reeves is now getting on a bit, for our money, he could still easily take on our dad, your dad, all the dads. And he's just one of a long, long list of aging action stars that have still totally got it. But before we jump into who could beat up your par best, if you enjoy our dumb lists as much as we enjoy making them, make sure you hit subscribe, especially if you're into things like movies, TV, comics, anime, and wrestling. Anyway, in celebration of John Wick 2, here are 5 aging actors that could definitely beat up your dad.
The received pronunciation, the stiff upper lip, the awkward befuddlement, the emerging damp from a lake in a period drama. You could say that Colin Firth has made a career out of being a professional Englishman. It made perfect sense that for Firth's first foray, try saying that 3 times fast, into action movies, he did it in the most English way possible. He could totally beat up your dad and give him a jolly good talking to while he's at it. 2014's Kingsman: The Secret Service is part Bond, part Hunger Games, and part My Fair Lady. Ever the professional, Firth worked out for a full 6 months to get into fighting shape for the role of Harry Hart, and according to the film's stunt coordinator, he did over 80% of his own stunt work. And then there's Hart Arsenal, which is full of items a British gentleman always needs to carry on his person. A large golf umbrella to keep off the rain and act as a bulletproof shield, a fountain pen for signing important documents and to poison your enemies, and of course a pair of Oxfords, not brogues, with a spring-loaded poison-coated blade ready to pop out faster than you can say God save the Queen. So not only did Colin Firth's action debut turn out to be the most English thing he's ever done, it also turned out to be the most badass too. That church scene.
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
For as long as I've been watching movies, I've been watching Keanu Reeves beating the snot out of some bad dudes. From knocking the spice out of the Red Hot Chili Peppers in Point Break, to backflips and bullet stopping in The Matrix, and most recently, the incredible John Wick, Keanu Reeves has been dishing out body blows since 1991. During the pre-production of John Wick 1, Keanu endured 4 months of solid training, so he had the skill set of a true assassin. His training included 32 weeks of jiu-jitsu, judo, tactical pistol and rifle training, as well as aggressive driving. 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, all that time to come up with Wick's own style of gun fu. Keanu Reeves doesn't play John Wick. He is John Wick.
Michelle Yeoh is a stone-cold badass. Just search for her on YouTube and one of the top results is literally a compilation of her kicking dudes over and over again. Roll the clip. What makes Yeoh even more impressive is the fact that her career in kicking ass on the big screen started when a spinal injury put an end to her dreams of being a dancer. Think about that. She wanted to be a dancer but damaged her spine, so instead she decided to become a martial arts movie star. Yeoh has been prolific, working her way through Asian cinema and standing on equal footing with martial arts legends such as Sammo Hung, Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen. Of course, there's also her standout role as professional bodyguard and fierce warrior Yu Shu Lien in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She reprised the role 16 years later for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon Sword of Destiny, and while that movie proved to be a bit of a stinker, Yeoh showed that time hadn't slowed her down one bit. In fact, she did all of her own stunts for the sequel.
I love it. It's really only in the movies that you get a chance to do all these amazing stunts, you know, like flying through the air, and my thought is like, as long as I am able to do it, why not?
Needless to say, Michelle Yeoh could beat up your dad with little to no effort, so tell him to behave.
You know, It's important to enjoy life while you still can.
Helen Mirren is a badass. There's no denying it. She dyed her hair pink for the BAFTAs, effed and jeffed at a bunch of drummers who ruined her play, and once wore stripper shoes on the red carpet, the saucy minx. While she's probably best known for playing the Queen, or the Queen, in the past few years she's reinvented herself as an action hero goddess. In 2010, she played the semi-retired assassin Victoria Winslow in Red, and again in its sequel, creatively named Red 2. Just look at how she handles a gun! Such poise, such grace! In its sequel, not only does she escape from sure death at the last possible moment, but she also delivers the perfect, pithy Bond one-liner.
I've never heard of you. Must have been a bit before my time.
Well, you've heard of me now.
This year she's going to be in Fast and Furious 8, and while we don't know much about her character, it seems that Helen is well up for some carnage. I'll get my coat. Thanks.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
People often forget that Liam Neeson had a long and storied career being a movie badass well before Taken came along. Most notably, he was a disfigured vigilante in Sam Raimi's Darkman, which is basically Batman with bandages. Some years later, he ended up actually being cast in a Batman movie, but as Ra's al Ghul. Of course, he's also remembered for being Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars Episode 1, and although he ultimately met his untimely end at the hands of Darth Angry Cactus, he did pull off some pretty sick lightsaber moves in a few scenes. But his role as Brian Mills in Taken is when he proved that he could absolutely and undoubtedly win a Royal Rumble featuring all your dads. Neeson showed that although he's mostly a soft-spoken, pleasant guy, when the role requires it, he can definitely get to breaking bones. In many ways, Keanu Reeves' portrayal of John Wick is very much an homage to Neeson's badassery. His only weakness? Fences.
Thank you guys so much for watching that little video there. Make sure you like and subscribe to GameSpot Universe to keep up to date with all the movies, TV shows, wrestling, anime, everything like that. We're going to take a look at some of the comments from last week's video that was about Lego Batman.
Yeah, so we asked in the comments, which DC superhero would you like to see get a spin-off next, a Lego spin-off? I said Booster Gold because he's the coolest. He's a time-traveling superhero that just comes back from the future because he realizes that he can cash in on marketing and become super popular. But we've got some good ones in there.
GamerCat99 says, I think the Flash would be awesome.
That's good. That would be pretty good, actually.
Well, the TV series has some decent chops, so if they put that in the Lego.
And he's always good in the animated cartoons, like he's always out for getting frappuccinos and in the middle of fights
Lego
and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Lego Green Lantern says D9000. Lego Green Lantern has had a rough time in the movies.
Yeah, that's true. Give him another shot. And if you got all the cores and you had like different lantern colors, like the red lanterns, I
think they could make like some really fun villain types in those. Imagine like Atrocitus as a Lego man, just spewing blood and having his like cat flying around.
Liam Carmody says they got to do Superman in time. I'm agreeing with that, just so they have a reason to use those small green Lego crystals that they have, just so you can use that. And then we also had a comment that was, does Tamoor always look sad? There you go. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We'll see you next week.